Well, guys, it had been rumored for weeks, but now, as of this morning in Watcher of Realms, we have official confirmation that we are getting the craziest banner ever. This is the craziest banner in the history of this game, in my opinion. This is not a joke. This is not a drill. This is legitness right here. We are getting a choice ancient summoning banner. This will be a special ancient summoning banner featuring the brand new, very exciting Dragon Dog Horse Hero, Arbiter, Nightmare, Tactician, AoE Destroyer, Mr. Lykan over here, and the juiciest part of the whole thing, you get to choose the legendary lord he is paired with. We have never seen anything like this in the game. We've actually never seen a Lord Selector banner. We've had Lord Selector tickets as compensation and prizes and this, that, and the other, but we've never had a Lord Selector banner, even on normal summons or divine summons. Nothing like that, right? Now we're getting it on special ancient summoning. So this is pretty dang insane. I heard rumors about this probably starting 3 or 4 weeks ago, and with any rumor or leak, I don't want to lend it too much credence because we've been burned in the past, but when I do hear mumblings of something like this, something this intriguing, yeah, my interest is going to be piqued. So I started paying attention and I started hearing about it more and more and more. And wouldn't you know it, it is coming true. This Black Friday, that is right, it is not starting on a Saturday. This is one of those rare times we are getting a special ancient summoning banner on a Friday, not a Saturday. This Friday, November 28th, the day after Thanksgiving, we are getting this Lykan and Choose Your Own Legendary Lord banner. Because it is an ancient summoning banner, it is a choice ancient summoning, you can choose any of the Lord heroes in this game. This includes not just the OG lords like Tordor and my boy King Hearts and so on and so on. It includes the very best lords and frankly the very best heroes, characters in the entire game. Ingrid, Nastia, Ezerith, Valderon, Praetus, whomever you want. Obviously, probably don't choose Valderon since he's separately on Raid Up at the same exact time, right? This banner's going until November the 30th as well. So actually, a little bit of advice there. Also, a lot of people have asked, and I think it's a lot of wish casting, but people have asked or wondered, will your summons on the Lykan and Choose Your Own Lord banner count towards the Scarlet Feast Master Summoner rewards, right? Will 90 summons on that banner count towards getting the free copy of Dracula? Short answer, no. Long answer, no. No, it won't. That Scarlet Feast Master Summoner is obviously directly tied to the Scarlet Feast Ancient Summoning. So if you want to still work towards your Dracula, all 90 of those summons have to be done here. Obviously, the pity will be shared, right? So if you want to try to build up some Lord pity over here and risk it, you know, you might hit a Valderon or hit an off-banner Lord here, but in theory, you could do 90 there and start building Lord pity for over here. So speaking of Lord pity over here, how do you approach this insane banner, right? You have your pick of the litter. I think most people probably will pick Ingrid. I think some people, though, depending on their account, might pick Ezerith. They might pick Praetus, maybe a Nastia or a Soul Cadence if you're really boss-focused right now. Valderon, Yovar, Cyrus. There are a lot of crazy options out there. Many of the very best units in the game are the ancient lords, right? The legendary lords that are available specifically through ancient summoning. These ancient exclusive legendary lords are busted, and for good reason. They're the rarest characters in the game. So I want to dive in and explain how you might want to approach choosing your Lord Hero. I also want to share a couple thoughts I've had recently on Lykan, now that I have tested him more. But before I do want to address the very pale, very muted in color, red elephant in the room, and that is me. I'm now in New York at my parents' house for Thanksgiving. I'll be here for a week. And actually, the office I normally work from when I'm here is under construction. They're doing some renovations on the house. So I'll be working out of my younger brother's old room. And as you can tell, the lighting is very bad. I'm sorry for this long tangent, but I wanted to let you know, hopefully this will be the last video. I look like this. It might be 1 or 2 more, but I've already ordered some new lighting for this room. But I'm aware of how I look. I mean, my face is like the same color as the pink on my shirt, which you kind of can't even tell is pink because the lighting is so wacky. Anyway, let's get into it. This banner is wild. Is it the best banner ever? No. Honestly, you cannot beat the Valara Ingrid banner. in my opinion, at this point in the game, including all the heroes, all the lords, everything, all else equal, Valara and Ingrid are the two best heroes in the game. Ingrid is the best legendary lord in this game. Valara is the best non-lord in this game, and both of them have amazing awakenings. So that banner was just a home run. Lykan is very good. He's a little bit niche, just given his factions and his roles. Not that niche, just a little bit, where someone like Neza or Valara, they are just dominant everywhere. He's a step below that. So for that reason, this banner can't be as good as the Valara Ingrid banner, because you can't choose the non-lord, you're just choosing the lord. Obviously, you could choose Ingrid, or whatever lord your heart desires, as we're going to get into in one moment, but because he's just worse than Valara, which is not an indictment against him, everyone is worse than Valara, this is the best banner ever. But it's one of the absolute best banners ever, right? It's on the top, because you have the agency, you have the flexibility to choose the ancient lord you need most. It's very, very exciting. So I actually want to wrap up with my Lykan thoughts. Let's talk about lords for just a second. I'm going to make a video, and if you have any suggestions for this video, I'll probably film it tomorrow or at the latest Wednesday. I've actually never done, or certainly not in the past year and a half, 2 years, I haven't done a ranking or a tier list of all the legendary lords in this game. I think it's about time. I know I did a video with Slate way back when. Maybe that was like a year and a half ago. It was like our first video together. Fun video. Go check it out. For a very long time, and certainly not by myself anytime recently, I have not made a ranking of all the legendary lords. So I think I will do that. I'm assuming you guys will want that. It can inform your choice on this banner. But if you have any other suggestions or video ideas along those lines, definitely let me know. I figure I can give you a quick overview now, though. I don't think this is really like a spoiler alert situation. Some of these lords should not be picked. I can't imagine any account, unless you've had the craziest incredible luck, but then missing random stuff luck, so kind of bad luck or strange luck combined with incredible luck. I can't imagine a situation where someone would be pulling for any normal lord. So when I say normal lord, I mean the 7 OG legendary lords available through your normal summoning mechanics. Your rare summoning crystals and your legendary gold divine summoning crystals, right? So I'm talking about Leia, King Hearts, Torador, Morrigan, Twin Fiend, don't choose Twin Fiend, Araka, and Venoma. Obviously, I don't think anyone should choose any of those. The only argument for any of them would be Torador, and I think it'd be a poor argument because you can get him more easily through other memes, but Torador is crazy good. Outside of those, though, the remaining ones... Oh, and I should mention, you technically can choose unnamables, right? So you could choose Ix for this banner. That would be the normal unnamable, or you could, let's get this out of the way, choose the ancient exclusive unnamable Ymmerit. Both these guys are still good in their own ways, but later in the game, endgame, they're less relevant, especially Ix, and I do not think someone could really justify choosing Ymmerit either, though he is really good. I guess if you already have like an A5 Ingrid and an A3 Ezreath, and you have every other ancient exclusive legendary lord, at least one copy, and you have an A1 Soul Cadence, then like maybe, but I don't think that person exists. So don't do that, don't choose any of the normal ones. To quickly go through the other ones, I'm not gonna put them in order, but who is worth a thought depending on your account. Obviously, if you don't have Ingrid, choose Ingrid. Elder, I could see them buffing Elder again. I don't know. But also, they're teasing a new Northerner Lord, so maybe they're just going to leave him in the dust. He's not terrible anymore, but he's bad. For what he is, he's bad. Rygar, I could actually see getting some glow in the future. I'm actually going to talk about him in a moment with respect to Lykan, because they have some kind of overlapping synergies as two different AoE units. And Lykan's dual faction, aside from his Arbiter, is Nightmare. So for certain things, I do think Rygar will be the best lord in content when paired with Lykan. Ezreath, I think, is going to be an option for certain players. Demi would be a poor choice for nearly every player. Soul Cadence, if you already have the makings of a really, really juicy Infernal Blast faction and certain team comps, I mean, it might be something people think about. I think a lot of people are going to think about Yovar. I think Cyrus, obviously, is getting a lot of glow right now, and undeniably, Nastia is a very, very exciting option. If we go to the Chaos Order, I think almost no one should pick Gon. I think that would be pretty insane. Valderon is a little out of vogue now, but I've been seeing on Discord people calling him Midaron. Those people are Dummeron. Jesus, how could you call him mid? People's brains are broken. Check the top 10 alone in just Matrix for Spellbane. I mean, what are people talking about? Just because he's not vying for the #1 lord in the game anymore like he was pre-Ingrid doesn't mean he's mid. He is still one of the absolute top units in the game. though no one should pick him because he's on a separate rate up right now with Dracula. And then with the Arbiters, I think there's an argument for Praetus. I mean, we keep thinking, I've talked about it, I know other content creators are talking about it, I've seen lots of chatter about it on Discord and in my comment section. What I'm referring to is the prospect that a new Arbiter Lord could be coming, but time and time and time again, that new Arbiter Lord is not coming. We have heard a lot from the dev interview and recent rumors that a new Northerner Lord is coming very soon. So that seems to be the next one. We thought we were getting an Arbiter and we got Ezerith. Who knows how long they can keep kicking this can down the road. I hope it's soon, and we actually are going to talk about that with the Lykan stuff in 1 second, but we don't know. And Praetus is still really, really good. He's not the best hero in the game anymore, but he's one of the best, and he by a mile is the best Arbiter Lord, and Arbiters are still really relevant for so many things, particularly PvP. We already talked about the unnamables, so there's your little overview of the Lords. I think everyone should be excited about this banner. Again, quick reminder, hit me up in the comments if you have any specific thoughts about what you're hoping to see in the video where I actually rate these guys, make a tier list, do some kind of rankings. Okay, let's wrap up with Lykan. I'm not going to dive that deep because I'm still planning a full showcase on him, and I'll do a should you summon video with him and this choose your own Lord option. That'll probably come on Thanksgiving Day, I would think, on Thursday. But if we look at Lykan right now, who is this guy basically? Yes, he has the funky mechanics of forcing retreats, reducing the next redeployment time, reducing the next deployment cost. He has this interesting thing here with the Storm Shroud, I think it's called, yeah, where he can get the damage boost to him and any allies as units are going in and out of his range. That's all cool, but at its core, this guy just blasts damage, man. He's got Execute, and he's got a ton of physical AoE damage. He hits a lot of units, and he hits them for big damage with his Lethal Judgment all the time. On top of that Execute, which is really cool, he can put out a lot of Radiant Erosion. He's the best unit in the game right now at putting out AoE Radiant Erosion. It's basically him and Valara, but he can put it out at an even higher clip, right? It's even better uptime, and that is saying something. He is an awesome unit, right? However, as an AoE melee DPS, it's not a super niche role. It's not something like, you know, these AoE marksmen or single target mages. It is a relevant role. It's not as relevant as AoE magic damage, I would say. And because of his factions, it's not perfect the way he's set up. However, he has a ton of potential because he hits like a truck. He's got good potential synergies with a lot of units and a lot of comps, but as it stands now, the Arbiter faction is a group of heroes primarily focused on magic damage, so he's a little bit of an odd man out as a normal physical damage unit. And then Nightmare, though it is immensely focused on physical damage, is more defined by single target damage, not AoE. Now, that's not to say it's not relevant for AoE. If you got an A5 Kagiri, that's actually a shocking amount of AoE damage. We've got free-to-play units like Volca. Rygar does kind of a half AoE every couple attacks during his ultimate. He can do that extra damage and so on. It's not like it's a totally barren faction of AoE. Obviously, it exists, but the very top units in this faction are going to be single target units. Now, that's not 100% true. We got Dr. Van Helsing here. Technically, Hot Sit in a lot of ways can function as an AoE burst, but if you think of your Sun Wukong, your Twyla, your Kagiri, right? So it's not an imperfect fit, but it's not an ideal fit. That being said, in both cases, it would take only a couple things for them to start being really, really relevant. So currently in Matrix, these aren't going to be the greatest factions in the world for Spellbane, the physical damage mode. But if a couple things changed, a couple new units arrived, it could look really different, right? Let's say we got a new Nightmare Lord that was even more keyed in on AoE damage. Let's say we got a new Nightmare unit that was like a Nightmare version of Ardia. Then he would be a perfect pairing with that. That would be a really, really nice synergy. Let's say in the Arbiters, we finally got that Lord, and that Lord was a physical DPS. And that's actually where I want to wrap up the video, just because I was daydreaming about it, and I think it could really happen. If we look at the Arbiters, this is kind of a strange way to say new, but a lot of the newer units are actually physical damage. Now, I'm saying it's strange because technically Jira would be a newer unit, even though she's like a year and a half old, but that's actually because they have not added that many Arbiter units since this came out. On the initial launch, we already had Valkyra, and she got a dual faction with Arbiter. Then with that launch, we got Eunomia, we got Pelagios, we got Constance, we got Thalin, Alistair basically was right then. Those were kind of the OGs. All of those guys basically are magic, at least the DPSers, right? It was Praetus, it was Valkyra, it was Pelagios, it was Thalin, right? But then as they started adding more and more, out of the new ones, who deals magic damage? It's basically just Valara, right? A long time before that, we got Elysia as the Epic Lord. She deals magic damage. But if we go through it now, Jira, physical damage. Lady Alex, physical damage. Physical piercing damage. If we go here, Kayn, physical damage. Erlang Shen, physical damage. We do have Init, which is magic damage, but he's one of the older new guys. And then Cassiel, physical damage. So I feel like probably we're due, because they keep splitting things with physical and magic. It is probably realistic to expect that the new Lord will be more physical damage focused. So I don't know. I can't guarantee that at all. But if something like that did happen, all of a sudden, especially if that Lord was really good and very deployable and synergized well, you would think it would. All of a sudden, that Lord, Lykan, and Erlang Shen could look unbelievably juicy for AoE content. So it only takes a couple things. All in all, I went on a bit of a rant there, a bit of a tangent at the end. You can just tell I'm excited about this banner. I think this is going to be very appealing to a lot of players. Choose your own ancient exclusive Lord. Mamma mia, that is a nice gift for a Black Friday. Let me know your thoughts about this banner below. Let me know any comments, questions, concerns about anything in the comment section. Subscribe to the channel, share with your mother. I've been Fastidious, and I'll see you real soon. Bye.
Fastidious.